Welcome back to my channel for this week's Human Design Transit Report. Today is Monday, April 10th, 2023, and the new transit starts tomorrow. So that's what we're going to talk about today, is the new transit that starts tomorrow. But before we go there, I just want to thank all of you for your beautiful birthday wishes. I received them in email and in comments and, just inside the community. It's like everywhere. I would just so appreciate you taking the time to wish me a happy birthday. Thank you. I had a really great time, and part of it was because of you. Okay, let's get started. In the transit that starts tomorrow, we have a shift in energy. We've had a lot of individual circuitry highlighted, and now we actually have one gate that's in tribal circuitry and one gate that's in sensing. So shift in the kind of overall big feelings of these energies. So let's go ahead and dive into the Earth, which is lighting up the gate 32. The gate 32 is called continuity in traditional human design and endurance in quantum human design. It's on the spleen center, which is the center for instinct and intuition, the immune system, and right timing. And all of the gates of the spleen are known as fear gates, which is, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you've heard me say this. And the 32 is in the tribal circuit. It's in the commerce subcircuit of the tribal circuit. So it is about relationships and it is about commerce. And the idea of the 32 really has to do with having kind of a big idea or a big project, something that is going to be a part of a business or could be the seed for a business or a whole new level for a business. And the point of it is that you need to really kind of hold on to it until the time is right. Because you notice this is all the way down in the spleen center. It's not near the throat and it's not on a motor. So there's not a lot of energy to like have it happen right away. So it's more about being able to hold on to that idea and wait for the right time for it to come into fruition. Now, the fear of the 32 is that somebody's going to steal your business idea. Okay, somebody's going to steal your idea. So you want to watch out for that because it's, a lot of times it's not all that helpful. I mean, you do want to take precautions, like you might want to copyright your stuff. You can copyright your website, your blogs, as well as books. You might want to trademark your idea or your brand. Those are legal protections that we have around our intellectual property in Western culture. So you can go ahead and do that if you want to. I did get an email from an old friend of mine who told me that she had done a certification program in her field of expertise, and somebody had taken her work and just replicated it, even though she was told explicitly that that was not okay. So the one protection you can have against that is copyright or trademark. Of course, there's always karma. So one of the things I say in situations like that, I haven't had that happen to me, but I've had other situations where I'm just like, you know what, God's going to deal with that person. The universe is going to deal with that person. I don't necessarily have to be in charge of dealing with them, although, of course, we live in a litigious society where people do like to sue each other, so you can do that. But the higher expression of it is really just having a container for your idea and not allowing the fear that somebody's going to take it keep you from bringing it out at the right time. But it is about having the patience until it is right timing. So you kind of want to see what your emotional state is around that. Because if you're feeling like kind of closed in, like I don't want to bring it out, I don't want anybody to steal it, that's probably really the disempowered expression, right? Where you have this fear that people are going to take your ideas. Of course, a shadow expression of this energy would be to steal other people's ideas. Not so good. Don't do that. And then the more awakened or empowered expression of it is to really trust that you're going to know when the right time is. You're going to trust that things are going to come together and you're going to know what to do. You're going to receive the inner guidance that you need, and it's going to be really apparent when you bring it out. Now, a little side note about intellectual property. Because in a property state, which is Western culture is based on the notion of property, that we own things, right? And so now we're trying to own ideas. And actually, one of the things copyright says is nobody can own ideas. Okay. What you can own or what you can copyright is your individual expression of your ideas. But if we kind of step back from that, we go, there are ideas, there's information, there's knowledge, there's wisdom that is there for any of us to tune into if and when we want to, right? And so this kind of idea that we get in Western culture where we have to, we have to guard it, we have to protect it, we can't let anybody else have it, we're going to sue them if they do something, right? It's just something to take a look at, okay? I'm not necessarily saying you should never copyright anything. I'm certainly going to copyright my book. I copyright my programs and so on. I'm getting a trademark for feminine sovereignty. So I do those things, but I also try to hold it a little bit lightly. So I would just suggest for you, while we're moving into this time, you want to be able to ground yourself into a sense of trust that you're going to know when the right time is to bring out your idea. Everything's going to be set up for you by that time. You're going to have received the understanding of what you need to do, and it's all going to go well, right? Just hold it that way. Ground yourself into that feeling rather than into the fear. And then the sun is going to move into the gate 42. Now, Jupiter moved into the gate 42 on April 8th. So it's already there, and then the sun's going to join it. So you've got two super powerful energies that are lighting up that gate 42. Now the 42 is on the sacral center, and it is in the sensing circuit. It's creative, it's expansive, it's experiential, it's embodied. It's not particularly logical or analytical. It's not in the logic circuit. So it's much more right brain energy. And in traditional human design, it's called finishing things. And in quantum human design, it's called conclusion. So it's basically, let's take care of this. Let's get it done, right? Let's finish it up. Let's wrap it up. So it's a good time to be looking at what has kind of been hanging around. Maybe. Have you been procrastinating on something, or have you been taking maybe longer than you need to? Or did you forget about something and kind of throw it on the back burner? Or maybe it just wasn't the right time to finish it before. And now suddenly it starts to feel like it's the right time. So you want to tune in and be like, okay, what is it that I can bring to conclusion, right? What can I finish during this time? Now, I'll also just say that Jupiter is going to be in the 42 all the way until May 1st. Doesn't move until May 1st. So you've got the rest of the month with Jupiter lighting up this energy also. So one of the things that you could look at is how can you use this transit when the sun is there to really get clear about what that is, get started on it, finish things that you can that are maybe shorter term that you can actually finish, but then know that you have the rest of the month with Jupiter kind of being like, hey, we're going to expand you into concluding the things that you want to do. Like, I'm going to ride that energy for finishing the second draft of my book because it's almost there and I want to bring it to conclusion and send it off to my editor for her next read through. So I'm going to be writing that energy. So you want to look at what is it in your life, and it could be a lot of different things. But remember, this is also in collective circuitry. So it could be something that's not just for you. It could be like if you're part of an organization, helping to bring something to conclusion there, or in your neighborhood, or in something larger, an institute, something that has to do with infrastructure in your town, or even in your house, whatever that is. But just looking for what is ripe to bring to conclusion, to finish. And just imagine for a moment how good it's going to feel when you get that done. How good it's going to feel when you're like, it's done. Yes, I brought it to conclusion. Now, I do want to say, and you've probably started to suss into this already, you might feel a little bit of creative tension between that Earth and the 32, which is like, hold on to it until the time is right? And the 42, that's like, okay, let's finish it up. Let's finish it up. Let's go. Let's finish it up, right? So you want to just be paying attention to those different energies and how you can be utilizing them for your benefit, because you don't want to get into a situation where you're like, oh gosh, I've got to get that done. And you've got to, finish up this piece with this business idea you have, but it's not the right time. So you don't want to be hoodwinked by that, okay? And you also don't want to be like, but I have to hold on to it. I have to hold on to it. When it's like, no, now's the time to finish it up and get it done. So that really invites you to tune into your authority, whatever that authority is for you, and try to get some inner guidance about which of those energies on the specific things that you're looking at is more appropriate for you. Because it might be different than what you think. And you also want to just look at, you're one of those people as a habit of procrastination, that you don't allow that to come in and really kind of undermine your ability at this point to finish things up. But you also don't want your impatience to kick you into putting something out there before it's ready. I just want to give you a heads up that I'm going to do another Chart-A-Thon on YouTube this time, and it'll be on the 27th, April 27th at noon Pacific time. So I'll be setting that up soon, and I'll be giving you an opportunity to send me your chart, and you might be selected for me to do that when I'm speed reading charts during the Chart-A-Thon. This is always such a crowd pleaser, love it. And I'm doing this to celebrate passing 4,000 subscribers, but I'm almost at 4,250 now. So yay, thank you, and stay tuned for that, and you'll get to register for it and come and participate. All right, sounds good. Many blessings, much love.